Hello Padawans, Glenn here, and it's time for another Top Tuesday. Today's Top Tuesday is my top 5 Star Wars pop figures. Just as with the last Top Tuesday, a couple of ground rules in this top 5. I'm not really looking at oversized pops or rides unless they're extremely cool and there's just no way I could not include them. For instance, last Top Tuesday, Hulkbuster was number 1. Technically an oversized pop, but actually not that much bigger than a regular pop, so I decided to include it. But things like the Wampa, some of the oversized sets, and the 2 sets, the 2-packs. So the Leia and Jabba 2-pack and the Sand Trooper and Dewback 2-pack. I'm really not including those. These are single, regular pop figures. Now, as with all my pop collections, my Star Wars pops have gone up and down as far as number and which ones I have. I try to keep to a sane amount of pops. I just don't have room to have 600, 700, 800 pop figures. I have 400 as it is, which is a lot. So, you know, my collection kind of ebbs and flows as far as what I have and when I have them. So for Star Wars, I don't have a whole lot of exclusives right now, just because to make room for other pops, you know, those have gone away either in giveaways or selling. I'm really breaking it down to pops that I enjoy, pops that I really like. If those happen to be exclusive stickered pops, so be it. But most of my collection is commons, just because I think those are just as cool or cooler than some of the other ones. Star Wars is also a collection that I got into early, so I have quite a few of the early pop figures, the retired pop figures that you can't get anymore. And a couple of those are included in this top 5. So let's get to it with our number 5 pop figure. Number 5. Our number 5 pop figure is everybody's favorite bounty hunter. That is Boba Fett. This is one of the early ones I've gotten. One thing I like about this figure more than some others is the details, as far as there's chinks on his helmet. You know, it's got that weathered look that it should. You know, this Mandalorian armor is actually pretty old, right? So it's got some fine details of scratches and scuffs and damage. But on the other hand, it's very colorful. It looks great. They did a good job with, there's no bleeding or anything. So you've got the red stand out from the greens stand out from the grays. Just a good looking pop figure overall. Love the helmet antenna and everything as well. So this is one of my favorite pops for the details. And there's this jetpack on the back as well. So that's number 5, Boba Fett. Number 4. Number 4 is also an early pop figure that I got before he was retired, and that is Lando Calrissian. I love this pop because it really conveys a coolness factor. I love his mustache. I love his pose, the way he's got his blaster, and of course his cool cape. Lando's just one of the, obviously, you know, from 1980, Empire Strikes Back, the height of kind of that funky phase we were going through, and he embodies that just great. Good looking pop, a pop you can't find anymore. Inbox, this pop is quite sought after. This is one of the ones, unfortunately, I don't have the box anymore, but I cherish this pop, so I probably wouldn't get rid of him anyway. But Lando's just a super cool looking pop, and I dig him a lot. So there's Lando. Number 3. All right, my number 3 pop is one of the more recent pops that's been released. It is the Hot Topic exclusive Chrome Darth Vader. I did a review on this not too long ago. What I like about this is I'm not much for chrome versions of black figures, but this one just came out so good. It's super shiny, super reflective. You can see my entire room in his dome there. Some of the chrome figures, especially ones that are black, you can barely tell that they're chrome at all. But this one just looks awesome. There's one flaw in this, is that his cape comes off really easily and you have to snap it back in place, which I don't care for that much. But, you know, sitting on a shelf, his cape doesn't come off. But this just looks really great. The red of the lightsaber stands out big time against the chrome. And also, I like the way they did the fine details in the middle with his belt and his chest box there, making that's a little dash of color within this sea of chrome. So it really stands out, looks great. I love this chrome figure. Number 2. Alright, my number 2 Star Wars pop is none other than Darth Maul. I love this figure. It's another retired figure that I got quite a while ago. And I actually have a signed version of this in a box. This is my display copy, but I've got a signed version by Ray Park himself. Check it out. And this is, in general, just a great figure. I love how his yellow eyes stand out amongst his head. His head, obviously, it has to be super detailed with the horns and the tattoos. And they just did just a super job with it all the way around. If you look, his Sith robes look great. They've got kind of that loose look to them, as they should. And obviously, the red double-bladed lightsaber just looks amazing amongst everything else. So this is just a really well done pop figure, and I love looking at it when I look at it on the shelf. Number 1. All right, my number 1 Star Wars pop figure might come as a surprise to some people because, you know, there's a lot to choose from. But it is good old BB-8 from The Force Awakens. I love this pop figure because if any Star Wars character was meant to be a bobblehead, to me, it's BB-8. You see his head just kind of move just a little bit. It doesn't bobble too much, but it just makes for a great effect. And this is my favorite pop because it is so simple, but it's so, I can't think of any other word but adorable. The BB-8 pop just was made to be a pop figure. It just looks amazing. A great detail in him. And he doesn't look that different than the actual BB-8. Except popified, you've got kind of the bigger head. So it just looks great to me. I always enjoy this pop. In fact, last week I brought this pop figure to work. And it was great to just have him sitting in front of me on the desk while I did my work. So I love this pop figure. It's my favorite right now. You know, that could change. Who knows? I tend to you know, have little whims as far as what I like for my pop figures. But this one right now is number 1. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed my top 5 Star Wars pops from my collection. My Star Wars pops, I probably have. It's probably my biggest collection of a set, other than the Marvel pops. Marvel's first, and then Star Wars second. DC's closing in because they're pulling out some great pops lately. Stay tuned for next Top Tuesday, which is in 2 weeks, and it will, in fact, feature my top 5 DC pop figures. I'm really enjoying this series. It's letting me bring out some of my pops that I haven't looked at in a while and display them for you, and that's really fun for me. I hope it's fun for you as well. If you liked this video, throw us a like down there. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all that good stuff. Next Tuesday is the next Trek Tuesday, where I'm going to be reviewing my first 3 Trek ships. So I'm still formatting that, and it's coming along nicely, and I'm excited to share that with you. Until next time, we will see you later. Have a great one. Bye-bye.